BookTube, it's Missy, and today I am finally here to share with you guys my March book haul. March was my birthday month. My birthday was on the 19th. I have been collecting books slowly throughout the month, but a big chunk of them I purchased in the last 2 weeks, so like around my birthday, and I'm fine with buying a lot of books in March. I will cut back again starting next month. But I did want to share it with you guys today. This is going to be part one. Part two will be in a few days once I receive the rest of the packages. I did buy a book outlet box of books because I'm reading a series to my children, and I didn't realize that we're missing 2 books, and the series is kind of flying through, and I don't want to be stuck not having the books to finish for them. And while I was at it, I bought a couple books, and then Thrift Books sent me a 20% off coupon for my birthday, and it only lasted 7 days, so I had to buy books from them. But ooh, you know, that's super harsh for me, right? I don't want to buy more books. That's insane. Anyways, the first thing I want to share with you guys is a present that I received from Penelope. I did open it up on my birthday and I filmed it for her, but I didn't get to share it with you guys. So I'm going to share it with you today. The first book that she got me was Eileen by Otessa Moshaf. I don't know how to say that last name. I did learn about this book first from Katie over at Chapter Stacks. She says it's very dark and twisted, not for the faint of heart. A lot of people don't really like this book, but she really enjoyed it, and so I definitely wanted it in my life. So Penelope got it for me. And then she also gave me Before the Devil Breaks You by Libba Bray. This is the 3rd and final book, I believe, in the, oh, what's it called? Do I not even have it? The Diviners. In the Diviners trilogy. So I've read the Diviners, which is absolutely fabulous. It's a 1920s paranormal horror thriller, like murder mystery. And then the second one, which is The Lair of Dreams, I started with Penelope 2 years ago. We never finished it. And of course there's the 3rd one, which is also a chunker. We do need to finish these books, and we will soon. Alright, and then the last gift she sent me was, I don't know what this man is called, but he is from the Orange. Oh no. Clockwork Orange. Whew. I've never seen this movie, and that's because a lot of my high school friends talked about it one time, and they were like, this is like the worst movie ever. It's got this, you know, really crazy nympho guy who likes to rape people, and I didn't think that that was something I would enjoy. And I've seen like splashes of it, like in pop culture when they reference this movie, and it shocked me, and I was just like, I don't know if I want to read or watch that or read the book. But yeah, so what this is it's a horror mystery bag where you buy it for $6.99 on Amazon, and you could get anything in the bag, and all of the people that it could have been, I was dreading this one, and of course I got this one. So I will obviously put it to my collection, but I was a little bummed that I got the Raper as my gift. Alright, so what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to open this box here, and I ordered a book that I've been wanting, that I wanted to read immediately, but I wanted to wait for this video. And then I also have another one of these mystery bags, so I'll open it for you guys right now. Let me get my box cutter. So tell me how you guys have been in the last, I think I've been gone for almost 2 weeks. Maybe I'm exaggerating. It feels like forever. All last week, my husband and my oldest son got, I thought they were getting the flu, but it was actually food poisoning. On the 19th, which was my birthday, we went out for sushi, and my husband and my son both ate bulgogi, which I think I'm probably saying it wrong, which is like a beef marinated in some kind of sauce, and they both ended up barfing everywhere, which really annoyed me. So last week I just spent most of the time nursing 2 sick people back to health. So I didn't do much. I mean, I kind of read here or there, but I wasn't able to film at all. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. All right. So there's 2 things in this box. The one thing that I needed in my life was Obsidio, the 3rd book in the Illuminae trilogy. I believe this is the 3rd and final book, that there's no more books after this. But it's going to look, well, you can't even see, but I have Illuminae here, which I absolutely loved. If you've never picked up these books by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, really quickly, Illuminae is a sci-fi horror with an AI, artificial intelligence that is kind of like taking over and destroying and killing people. Great, great first book. And then we have Gemina, which is the sequel, but it's kind of switched genres and it's more of a sci-fi action. So there's a lot of like battling going on, very fast-paced and adrenaline throughout that one. And then we have Obsidio. Of course, I haven't read it yet. This one just came out this month, a couple weeks back, and I am absolutely looking forward to reading this. The cool thing about these books is it's written in a cool format. So I can't remember what these black things are called when they cross stuff out. But it also has like emails and memos, and these are the chapter or the transition pages, like in between chapters, where it tells you there's like a countdown. And then like here's some more IMing. So basically what's going on with the whole sci-fi is that there is a ship that is escaping pretty much a bad corporation that just destroyed everyone. They went to wipe out an entire asteroid of workers because they wanted the asteroid. And there's one ship of people that are still alive that have made it through the annihilation of a colony, basically. And they're trying to get to authorities to kind of like tell their tale so that this bad corporation gets in trouble. But there's a lot of things that happen along the way. And so I'm definitely looking forward to finding out if the corporation gets in trouble, what happens to the crew, yada yada. So good. All right. And now here's the mystery box. So it's called Horror Classics, and you can get all of these different characters. I'm really looking forward to Patrick Bateman, Jack Torrance, and oh, what's that guy's name again? This guy from Beetlejuice. I can't think of his name. All right, so let's open up the box. Again, these boxes are like $6.50 or a little bit less. I don't know. So that's the box. It comes in this little black bag. I don't know what it is. We'll open it together. Well, you know, I'll open it and then videotape myself opening it, and then you get to see. Please let it be the Beetlejuice guy. It's Elvira. Oh, wow. I do like her. Look at that hair. That just means I'm going to have to keep buying these until I get all the damn characters. She is pretty cool, though. Look at her boobies. She's got boobies. Anyways, those are my 2 horror, classic, mystery container things. I will add these to my shelves. They are really cute. I do like the designs. Let's move on. So now I'm going to show you guys the 3 books that were sent to me this month. The first one, I think it was sent to me this month. If I'm wrong, I do apologize. But I did get Driven, the first book in the Lepfold book series trilogy by Dane Cobain. He has a booktube channel here on YouTube. I will leave his channel link down below. I talk about him all the time. We we're supposed to do a buddy read this month, which I ended up finishing and he did not, which is totally fine. If you don't like a book, definitely don't continue it. But he writes books, and this one is a detective one, which I'm looking forward to reading. There's Dane right there. If you see him on YouTube, definitely check out his channel. He reads a ton. I love listening to him speak, obviously, because he's got an accent, but because he's very informative, and I love his humor. The very first video that I ever saw of him, he was, and I don't mean to embarrass him, I don't even know if this is still up, but he was drunk, and he was discussing something while he was locked out of his flat, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious. I'm thinking, this is a kind of person that I want to be friends with in real life, and if he lived next door, I would have totally had him come in and have a beer with me. So funny, absolutely great, and you should definitely check him out. But I pretty much begged him for a copy of his book so I could read it, and so I have it, and I can't wait to read it because I love detective stories. So there's that. And then I got a unsolicited Entangled Teen book sent to my house. I do read books for Entangled Teen on occasion, but all of those books I have requested. So this one is a surprise. I don't know what it is. Yay! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I was actually thinking about this book. I think I even put this on my to-be read list for April. I'll have to double check. But, oh my gosh, okay, so excited. This is Pride and Prejudice meets what? I can't think. Something. So we have Zombie Abbey. There's 3 sisters. They all are dealing with not upper class like boys, but like, you know, middle class, working class boys. So there's a stable boy, a footman, and a young duke, and a kitchen maid. I don't know why she's a part of it. But anyways, the couple of people here need to fight zombies, and I love anything. Oh, it's Pride and Prejudice meets Downtown Abbey meets zombies. So if you are interested in a YA read, this one does come out. This is a finished copy. I have the paper here, but it doesn't say when it comes out. Oh, 4/3, April 3rd. So again, Lauren Barrat's it's not Steed, Logsted, I think. Anyways, totally looking forward to reading this book. I'm so excited I got it. Thank you so much, Entangled Teen. You probably don't watch this, but yay! I cannot wait to read that one. All right. And then the last thing here I have from an author that contacted me. I believe this is the one that I'm thinking about. That's supposed to be like The Gunslinger meets Salem's Lot, which was very intriguing. It is. Okay, seriously, my entire life, and I'm 37 now, I always figured I was not a Western reader, that Western movies and Western books were just not my thing. But once I picked up The Gunslinger, I was hooked. And so this author, or at least his people that work for him, found my channel and asked if I wanted to read this because this is something that is up my alley. So this is a paranormal Western. It's called Dawn in Damnation by Clark Casey. And yeah, it's about vampires and cowboys, or vampires set in a Western. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's very short. It's only, oh hey, chapter 2. There's already a sequel coming out? Coming soon, Lyrical Underground. Nice. The next one. Awesome. Okay, so it's 159 pages, and this is just the first book in a series maybe. I love this cheesy cover. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to read this. My April TBR has not been chosen yet because I am in the middle of a ton of books, but I'm very excited. I love books so much that I get overwhelmed and kind of like panicky because I want to read them all right now. And I feel like one day I just want to like pick up an entire shelf and just read one chapter from each shelf and then like rearrange those books to match which ones sound the best to me at the moment, and then do that like every 3 months. I don't know. That seems like a lot of work, but it does sound really cool. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you guys are 5 books that I purchased at the library bookstore like 2 weeks ago with my son. I went to go there just to check it out because I had to get 2 books that I had put on queue, and I just wanted to sneak in there, and I hadn't been there in like months, and all of these books were there for $1, and I about gagged because I've been wanting these books for a really long time. So the first one I have here is Madness So Discreet by Mindy McGinnis. I read this book last year or the year before, absolutely loved it. It's about a girl who's sent to an insane asylum because she's pregnant, and that's just a no-no. She's not married, yada yada. Her dad's trying to put her away because he is a political figure. I think he's like mayor or someone high up in politics, and she would ruin his chances of being, you know, selected again for that seat if people find out that she is a teen mom, you know, with a child. And there in the asylum, she meets a doctor who helps her escape, and then they go and become partners in solving crimes, which I thought was fascinating, and it's right up my alley. And this is a standalone. Very fun. This is my first Mindy McGinnis book, and the rest of the books that she's written since then and previously have not interested me. I think this was just like a diamond in the rough, in my opinion. I don't know. Anyways, this is not super expensive, but it's like, you know, $7 on Book Outlet or about $10 on Amazon, and I bought it for $1. So love that. All right, let me just show you underneath the dust jacket really quick because we all want to see the beauty of underneath the dust jacket. This is one of the best spines I have ever seen. It's just so intricate. I love all the gold and the curly cues and everything. The end pages are just plain white, but they do have, each chapter has that same little curly cue. Can you see that? It's just the little details that I do like. Now, the next book I have already showed you because I wanted to read this month, and I don't think I'm going to get to it. I have read most of my TBR that I prepared for March, but yeah, like I said, I'm not going to get to this one. It's pretty big. This is Wasted Space by Gina D'Amico. This is her newest release. This came out this year or at the end of last year. I've read her trilogy, the Croak trilogy, which is amazing. It's about Grim Reapers. Absolutely loved it. Super funny. And then I read Hellhole, which you guys can't see. I don't even know where it is. It's somewhere in the books. And that one was super funny too, about a boy who accidentally digs a hole and lets a demon out. And the demon won't leave his basement, which is hilarious. They're all YA, but she's just got a wit about her and a way of writing dialogue for teens that is just so realistic and hilarious. It makes you want to read everything she's ever written. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. It's teenagers in space, and it's a, you know those fake shows? What are they called? I don't know why I was going to say live action. That's not it. Reality TV in space with teenagers. Can't wait. All right, the next 3 books that I've found for $1 are all paperbacks, and I've been wanting to read them, but I was still on the fence. So I have here A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I've read a lot of her books, and this is her newest trilogy that she has written. This is the first book in the trilogy. It's not a Darker Shade of Magic trilogy. I don't know what it's called. But it's got alternate Londons in it, and I love London, and I like alternate universes within a London setting. I don't know why it's so specific, but that's the kind of genre I want to read about. And so this is expensive, and I got it for $1, so I was totally stoked about that. And look how floppy. Floppy paperbacks are my stinking favorite. All right, the next one I got is a ARC, and I hate buying ARCs. It makes me crazy when I find ARCs for $1. I mean, at least they're $1, but you're not supposed to sell ARCs. Anywho, this is A Line in the Dark by Melinda Lowe. Lala over Books and Lala has raved about this. This is a thriller, and I think, yeah, psychological thriller. She liked it. I trust her opinion. I want to read it. It looks freaky. I mean, look at it. It's like, I don't know what it is. Paranormal goo? Black blood? Who knows? The last one I added to my most anticipated reads ages ago. I don't even know when this came out. Maybe it was last year, but it sounded so funny. It's one of those humor books, YA humor books that just seem absolutely ridiculous. So this is trash reading, and I can't wait to read it. And that is Kill the Boy Band by Goldie Moldavsky. Yeah, this is about a bunch of girls who accidentally kidnap a boy from a band. From when I read the synopsis a long time ago, I think they were trying to steal one of the boy bands that they really liked, and ended up with a different boy from a different boy band that they're not interested in, or maybe it's a boy from the band that they like but not the boy that they wanted. Anyways, they find themselves with this boy that they've kidnapped, and they don't know what to do with him. And it sounds super funny, and I cannot wait to read it. $1 stinking dollar. Yay. All right, on to my library books that I borrowed 2 weeks ago at the library bookmobile. I did read Giant Days volumes 5 and 6, or 4 and 5. I will do a wrap-up, but I did borrow those graphic novels because I saw Penelope talking about them, which reminded me that I hadn't read them in a while, and so I decided to get another graphic novel that she discussed in that video, which I will leave the link for down below. And she was talking about Paper Girls, which I've read 1 and 2, obviously. So I picked up 3, and the first one was brilliant. It's about these girls who do a paper route. They're badass. It's in the 80s. And then somehow there's like a sci-fi twist, and there's pterodactyls and some kind of like space continuum thing, and they get time traveled and yada yada. And then there's book 2, which I didn't really like. Book 2 was a little boring. I think I gave it a 3 because nothing really happened, and the girls were just trying to get somewhere, and it was just okay. But here's book 3. I'm definitely looking forward to reading it. The pictures are nicely colored. The graphics aren't ugly. You know, there's some illustrations that I just can't stand behind, you know. Like, I understand the difficulty it is to create a comic, to write the dialogue, the story, the plot, yada yada, and then draw pictures for it, but sometimes the pictures are just too aggressive for me. I need a little softness to my people, please. No harsh lines. All right, so there's that one. And then Penelope just read this and raved about it, so I had to pick it up, and that is the I'm Thinking of Ending Things by Ian Reid. I don't know if this is just a dark contemporary or if this is a thriller. I can't remember, but it's super short, and I absolutely want to read it because Penelope says this is just amazing. Amazing. So, yeah. I don't know anything about it. I picked it up because she said to. So there's that. All right, the last thing I want to share with you guys is this Book Outlet box. I always have an excuse for Book Outlet because I practically live there. Not the actual store, but the website. I'm always on Book Outlet, and it's like a tab that's on my computer that always pops up every time I turn on my computer because I'm obsessed. Anyways, there was a 15% off sale for the entire site. And so I got a few books that I've been wanting to read. Yeah, that's basically the story I have. All the books that I always buy from Book Outlet, sometimes they're filler books because I want to meet a certain price point, because at $35 you get free shipping in the United States. But when I do just fill my cart with stuff, I really research those books to make sure that I'm actually going to read them, and then not just going to sit on my shelf and then I'm going to unhaul them. Because I used to do that in the past, which you can't see the bookshelves here, my birthday bookshelves, but I have a good 15, no, they have 25 books that I'm going to be unhauling in a near future video. I keep talking about this unhaul, and I want to give all these books away to you guys, but the timing has just not been right to edit that video because it's going to take a long time, and then I have to, of course, have the money to send all these books out. All right, so, okay, I remembered these books, and I'm very excited. So here's a sneaky peek. They're not a lot. There's only like 5, 6 in here. So the first thing I want to share with you is Dreamfall by Amy Plum. I can't remember. I know that this is a dream book. Some girl is stuck in a dream world. And I borrowed this from the library, never picked it up, and then I found it on Book Outlet for pretty cheap, and so I just decided to go with it. It says, remarkable, riveting, disorienting, and dark. And that's from Madeleine Roux, who wrote the Asylum trilogy, which I absolutely love. So I'm really hoping that this is good. It says they wanted dreams, but, or what they got was nightmares. I believe that this is about YA, well, of course it's YA, but I believe it's about teenagers who go in for a sleep study to help them learn to sleep, but what the doctors end up doing is putting them into a nightmare that they can't get out of. And so that sounds awesome, and I really want to pick it up. All right, next I have here Up to This Point by Jennifer Longo. I read her debut novel, 6 Feet Over It, a few years ago, and it's about a younger teen. I think she was like 14 maybe. She ended up moving into a graveyard. Her parents are now caretakers of this graveyard, and she has to work the counter and like help people purchase plots, and like if they want to do cremating or if they want to do a burial. It's very dark for a little girl to have to deal with, and her best friend just died, and her sister has cancer, or she's in remission, and her parents ignore her a lot, and then they have this caretaker that helps them with the gardening of the graveyard, who is an illegal immigrant, and so she's like, has feelings for him, but he's a little bit older. It's a book that definitely I enjoyed. I definitely enjoyed it. Now, I bought this book because it said that there was a CD in it, but I don't see a CD. I think that was a lie. There was, I read something that said that this book was missing the CD. Okay, this one doesn't have it. Whatever. I still got it for pretty cheap. I don't know what the CD was supposed to be. I'm moving on. Please ignore all of that. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. So anyways, Up to This Point is about a girl who decides that she wants to be a ballerina. That's what the point is. She, you know, the shoes are points. Point shoes, I think that's what they're called. Anyway, so she's been studying to be a ballerina forever. Something happens. I think it's like a grandparent that is a scientist or adventurer that goes to the Antarctic all the time. But anyways, she ends up deciding to go to Antarctica instead of ballet school. I don't know why, but I'm intrigued because, one, I love anything ballet. But Antarctica just seemed really fascinating. I haven't read anything that was set there besides like the actual like history Antarctica discovery. I can't even remember who discovered it or put the flag. I haven't done this in a long time, so I'm rambling a lot. I do apologize. Anyways, it's been a while since I read about something that has happened on Antarctica. That's what I wanted to say, instead of, you know, vomiting garbage, which I keep doing, and I apologize. All right, the next thing I have here is Ascending the Boneyard by C.G. Watson. I can't for the life of me tell you what the hell this book is about. The sky will fall and death will beat its wings against the ground. The end is near. I don't know what this is about. This was on my most anticipated reads list. This is what it looks like underneath the dust jacket. Ew, that is one ugly spine. It's small. It doesn't have any pretty pictures or pages or chapter headings or anything like that. The main character's name is Caleb. He has a younger brother named Tosh. And if only he could have a do-over, wipe his reality, and start fresh. So there's that. I can't remember if this is like a virtual reality kind of thing where he hates his life and he goes into a virtual reality and wants to live in there instead. We'll find out together when I finally pick this up and then talk about it in a review. All right, the next book I have here is Love, Lies, and Spies by Cindy Antsey. This was on one of my most anticipated reads as well. I've been dying to read this. It says, in which plans for a season without romance are unapologetically foiled. Is this the one where the lady is she likes butterflies? It is. Not butterflies, it's ladybugs. Okay, I talked about a book like this that I thought I was talking about a long time ago. You won't know because unless you are religiously watching every single video, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Let's start over. This book is about a girl who does not want to get married at all. Like, she's a budding scientist. She wants to study ladybugs. She's into reading and learning and just, you know, not being a housewife and being stuck pregnant, raising kids and taking care of a house. And then she goes to a, you know, a get-together with society, and there is a man there that apparently her parents or someone is trying to match him with her, and he is also not looking for love. He doesn't want anything to do with her. I think they end up having an agreement where they will pretend to be acquainted and talk for the sake of, you know, showing face and making sure everyone is happy, but that they won't fall in love with each other because they have their own plans in life and they don't want to be bogged down by a relationship. But I'm supposing that at the end they get together. It sounds cute, and of course it's in Regency time, so I'm all excited to read it. I love anything to do with that time period. All right, the next book is another anticipated read, and this is another one that seemed like it was going to be funny, and so I added it to my list, and that is The Great American Whatever by Tim Federal. It says a Holden Caulfield for a new generation. Holden Caulfield is from The Catcher of the Rye. He's a very depressed person, and so I'm assuming that this is going to be super funny. I like people that have a different outlook on life. Oh, his name is Quen. I love that name. All right, so here's Underneath the Dust Jacket. Kind of boring, kind of boring. So yeah, his name is Quen, and he's 16, and he's a smart aleck, and whose only worry used to be writing convincing dialogue for the movies he made with his sister. Of course, that was all before Quen stopped going to school, before his mom started sleeping on the sofa, and before the car accident that changed everything. Yeah, very short. I'm looking forward to reading it. Anything with dialogue. I mean, all books have dialogue, but I'm talking about like heavy dialogue where there's just back back-to-back banter. I love it. So looking forward to that. And the very last book in this box is freaking gigantic. I thought it was going to be like a fluff piece, like 150 pages at the most. I can't believe it. All right, this book is absolutely ridiculous. The most ridiculous book I have ever purchased. The most ridiculous book I've ever wanted to read. And if you have something more ridiculous, let me know down in the comments. It's Hot Pterodactyl Boyfriend. What? Why? I don't know. Alan Cumming. Cumming? I have no idea. The neon 80s colors. I mean, this screams gem to me. I mean, it would be like more pink if it was gem. Whatever. It's the Hot Pterodactyl that I wanted to read about. Why? Why? Who would get together with a reptile? A dinosaur flying. Oh, look, it's hot pink and yellow. I just can't. I can't wait for this book. Oh, look at the back. And now what? I don't know. I don't know what this is about. I don't know why anything would be written. It is, holy God. This book is 400 pages of, it could be trash. It could be the worst book I've ever read, but I'm so looking forward to picking it up because Hot Pterodactyl. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why that would even exist. Okay, I did get a coupon, which I never get coupons, so that's very exciting. And I have my invoice. So the most expensive book that I purchased was $364, and the least expensive was Ascending Boneyard for $119. So the total was $16.61. Now, if you purchased anything under $35 from Book Outlet in the US, it's a $5 flat rate shipping, which is kind of a bummer. I mean, that's another book that you could have purchased. That's why I end up, you know, buying $35 worth so I don't have to spend $5 on nothing. But that's stupid because then I always have that feeling. Even on sales, like if I only want one pizza, but there are two pizzas for $2, or if you get two pizzas for $9, it's worth buying two, right? Because one just doesn't seem like enough. I don't know. Sales get me. I'm one of the gullible ones that just can't help myself. All right. So those were all of the books for this book haul. Thank you so much for watching this video. I apologize for all the rambling. I haven't been on in a while, so I need to get back into the swing of things. If you are interested in seeing the makeup that I purchased and one video game during this month, then keep on watching because I'm going to be doing that next. If you are not at all interested in makeup, thank you again for coming and watching, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye! For those that stuck around, the first thing I want to share is my PS4 game here. This is Ni no Kuni Part 2. I do have the first one. The first one's on PlayStation 3, and I played it almost, is it the Shadress? No, that must be from a different place. Book, video, movie, Shadress. That was from a book. It was a shadow guy, though, in the first game, and I got really, really far. I was about to defeat him when my PlayStation 3 went kaput, and we had to get a new PlayStation 3. And of course, once that happened, I lost all of everything I did, all the progress I had made. I mean, all of my companion pets were all leveled up to the highest they could get. I had visited everything, and I couldn't see myself going through that again, so I didn't finish the game, which is very saddening. But I really enjoyed it, so this is always so long. I had to get the second one. And my husband convinced me that I couldn't just get the video game. I had to get the special edition one. So I took the video game out because I already started it today. But so you get the regular video game, and then you get this steel book. And here's the new characters. So we have, I don't know what she is. I haven't met her yet. But this is Roland. And this is Evan. And like I said, I don't know who she is. Evan is the king of like the cat kingdom. Well, he's from Ding Dong Dell. But they're all cats at Ding Dong Dell. But the mice people are trying to take over. And then within the steel case, you get the soundtrack. I don't know how, I mean, maybe my kids will like the sound. Maybe the soundtrack's amazing, you know, because a lot of like the Final Fantasy soundtracks are really good that I would love to have in my car. So he made me get this one. It came with the soundtrack, a little pop-up like paper town that I could build if I wanted to. And it also comes with, oh, it's called a paper craft kit. An exclusive download content, which is a sword that I got. Yeah, I'm mostly excited for the game. So anyways, that, if you play video games and you have already picked this up and you're playing it, let me know how you like it. That came out on the 23rd, so just a couple weeks ago. Next I have a present from a coworker. She surprised this present on, like she sprung the present on me this morning. I didn't even know she bought me anything, and she said, hey, I went to Ulta and I bought you this. And I think she bought this for me before my birthday, and this was just a gift that she meant to give me, which is so awesome of her because, hello, who doesn't want makeup? Alright, so she got me the Urban Decay Kristen Leanne Kaleidoscope Dream eyeshadow palette. Now, Kristen Leanne has a channel here on YouTube where she does makeup tutorials. She hasn't been doing it for very long, but if you know that name, it's because she is the owner of Arctic Fox, which is the hair dye that I dye my hair with. It's all vegan, free. They give proceeds for the sales to animals. I don't know if it's from animal shelters or animal humane. It's something. I'll leave all that information down below if you are interested. I don't talk about hair dye very much anymore because I haven't done it in months, since last August. But regardless, I am so stinking excited. Yeah, so let me just open this up so I can show you what the palette looks like. I've kind of swatched a few of them already just to kind of see the quality, but it is Urban Decay, and I usually like these little palettes by them. So we have here the colors. So there's a purple and a gold and like a tangerine-y orange. I don't know if I'll wear most of these colors, but I do like the fact that it's got a black. You can never have enough matte black eyeshadows. And it does have a brush. Now, I know a lot of people just chuck these brushes away, but I'm super cheap and I hate buying brushes because, you know, why not use the one that's free? And these aren't the dinky little sponge ones. So we do have like a blender brush here at the end, and then on the opposite side is a smudge brush for underneath the waterline. So yeah, like this lime green, never in a million years will I put that on my face. Spitfire Stay Gold Tagine Lime Time 13th Floor Corona Dye TRM. What's TRM? What's LCW? What do those stand for? I'm too old to know the hype. You know, the kid lingo. What do those mean? Anyways, I think this is a very pretty palette. I am very appreciative for her getting it for me because that was just super unexpected. So, yay to more makeup. And then we rounded off with more makeup. So, ColourPop, were they doing a sale? Maybe, or maybe I just got, you know. By the way, I don't think I've told you guys. Remember that ticket that I got in August? And I was like totally crying about it because I was going 38 miles an hour and I got a ticket going 38 miles an hour, which is ridiculous. I won that that ticket. Like, I signed a declaration of, I think you guys are crazy and I shouldn't get a ticket for this. And I won, and they reimbursed my money that I spent on that ticket, which is very exciting. So I have all this extra money in my allowance account for being a bomb ass and, you know, filling out the paperwork. So yeah, I ended up buying myself some eyeshadow palettes. So I have 2 palettes here that I've been wanting, that I've seen on ColourPop a million times. And the thing with ColourPop is that they're kind of obnoxious. If you are part of their mailing list, they just constantly bombard you with ads, like practically every day. Oh, this lip product's on sale. Oh, you get 2 lippies for the price of 1. Oh, eyeshadow palettes, hurry, they're gonna be gone. They're never gone. But I, you know, finally just let them take me down. I said uncle, and I bought some palettes. So I have the Dream Street palette here. This is Kathleen Light's palette that she created with ColourPop. I've been wanting this one. I adore Kathleen Light. She is my absolute favorite makeup guru because she's so down to earth and humble and just honest. I love her so much. Anyways, I own a lot of her liquid lips as well. But this is Dream Street, and this is her palette. If you watched me get ready, like the Get Ready With Me video for the Christmas party that I went to with my husband back in December, I was talking about how I didn't have this palette, so I had to create the look using different palettes. But these are the 2 main colors that she used. I can't do the opposite. So she used this blue here to blend, and then she used this blue here all over the lid, and it just looked amazing on her. But there's a lot of like metallic bronzy colors. There's like a copper and a bronze and a gold and a silver, which I just think is gorgeous. So there's a bunch of metallics and a bunch of mattes, and those are all like blendable good shades for the lid for transitioning. You would think I would know stuff about makeup because I know the words and the lingo people use. But yeah, that is her palette. It's so pretty. And the last one that I purchased, I've been dying to get as well. It's the Give It To Me Straight palette. I think this one has a black, and I told you I like having palettes with black in it. Is it the black one? Oh no, this was, oh, I forgot about this palette. The black matte palette is a different one. This one, look at, they kind of have similar vibes. Maybe I should open it up. Let's just open and compare. Because, I mean, you're already here, right? And this video is already ridiculously long. So, let's open. So we have, is it similar? I'm so horrible at this. So we have, this is the Give It To Me Straight palette. So we have a lot of metallics in it as well, but we also have those 2 reds. I really like cranberry colors. And then we have the Dream Street one. So they have, the metallics are a little bit similar. Oh, I totally bonked it and gouged the Matter of Fact. Let's try to rub that in. Oh, that's a nice creamy color. You see that? Oh, it's like a peach. How did that happen? Let's do that again. It's totally like a peach, even though it looks like it's an off-white, like a cream. Bizarre. Anyways, very looking forward to reading. Where the hell is my mind? I'm excited about these palettes. I've never owned a ColourPop palette. These are kind of small, right? I didn't think they would be so tiny. They're like an oversized index card. Anyways, these palettes are $16. Is that right? ColourPop. For goodness sakes, can't you add the price of these things so I know what I paid? I believe these are between $12 and $16. I cannot remember. I know the ones that come with mirrors are more expensive. They're about $18. because, you know, mirrors are expensive. I don't know. I need to stop this video. I'm already super over it. It's been really long. Okay, so that was all of the books that I purchased for myself or received as gifts for my birthday. All the books that I got from authors and books that I borrowed from the library. Then there was the 3 palettes that I got for my birthday and 2 horror figurines that were mystery and 1 video game. And that is it. Again, I will be sharing another book outlet box with you and a couple thrift books in the next couple of days. So this is part 1. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below if you've read any of these books, if you have the video game, the toys, the makeup. Let me know what you think about all this stuff, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much. Bye. Hi, really quick, I'm back. I forgot to share this, guys, with you. Look at. If you guys didn't know, I'm on the 7th book of the Dark Tower series called The Dark Tower. And I found the hardcover, 1st edition, illustrated book. A friend here gave me, where is it? Gave me this one. I think Jeremy, you gave me this, and I was super stoked because I love how floppy it is. And now I have 2 copies. I cannot believe it. I mean, this is the one I was reading, and there are pictures in here, like little tiny illustrations that I was totally digging. But then I went to a used bookstore near my house, and the man had this one, and it matches my other editions, and it's got the illustrations. I mean, come on. And look at these end pages. I mean, I had to buy this one too. I have to have all of them. All the editions of The Dark Tower. Just in love. I can't wait. Can't wait to finish this book. I'm so excited to find out what happens. So good. I'm almost halfway. I'm almost done.